Okay, we live. Hello there, everybody. My name is David Ingham, and we run this Law of Attraction Mastermind Hangout every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock UK time. And the whole reason to run this is to talk about the Law of Attraction, talk about abundance, and talk about how we can attract prosperity in our lives. And let me introduce the Mastermind group. We've got Angelo. Angelo, if you want to pop out and say hello.
Hi guys, good night. My name is Angelo. Welcome to our mastermind, and I hope you learn a lot today. Thanks, David.
You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. It's great to have you on. It's great to have you on. Angelo is a very, very smart guy. I mean, he's just finished his degree, and he says he loves physics. So anybody who loves physics and loves you know, those equations, because I remember when I was at school, you've got to be smart. So Angelo is very smart. And then we've got Jacob. Jacob is living in London, but he's originally from Poland, and he's another very smart person. He's a carpenter, so if you need anything made out of wood, speak to Angelo. I mean, speak to Jacob. He will be able to make you anything you want. Jacob, yeah, come out and say hello.
Hello, guys. How are you doing? Well, today will be, you know, your happy day. Happy day with us, okay? Stay tuned. Hi, David.
And then I got Malcolm. Malcolm is staying in Stevenage in the same town as me, and we've been friends for over 10 years. So Malcolm is a business consultant and helps businesses grow. So Malcolm, pop up and say hello to the audience.
Hi everybody, Malcolm here. Great to be in the company of these learned gentlemen, and I learn something every week. And if we can pass it on to you as well, it's a great bonus. Enjoy the session.
Great, okay. Great, thank you. Well, let me just maximize my screen. Guys, if you could just mute yourselves out just so that the screen doesn't flicker and change. I've got a few things to share, and I was recently looking for some extra work, and I put it out there, and I found an awesome contract in a town just around the corner from me in Hitchin. So, you know, I just put no pressure on myself. I just put my CV out to it. An agency phoned me and said, David, there's something come up. Do you want to go? And I said, yeah, I definitely, yeah, I want to go. And I've been there now for, this is my second week, doing some training, and just shows you, you know, take the pressure off what you want to attract, and just feel good about what you're looking for and what you're trying to attract. Because when you start putting pressure on yourself, you tend to push it away than rather bring it closer. So I just let it go, and I got a phone call. So that's something very positive. And then I will also tap on something else that I've attracted recently, which is video marketing, on how to do some video marketing, where you create a video and rank the video with a specific keyword, create a video that is to the point and adding value, and also has a call to action. But then also what you do is you have certain steps in place for the YouTube video that is automated. Let me say that word again. This is big. That is automated. So you make a video with specific keywords. The video is clear to the point with a call to action. The call to action would be most probably to opt in with an email address to get extra benefits on the video. Say you had 3 steps, you could say, guys, if you opt in, I'll give you step 4 and 5, so people opt in because they're getting value. When they opt in, you could say, if you share this video on Google Plus, or if you share this video on Facebook, I will give you another PDF that you can download for free if you share it. But then remember, they have opted in. So because they've opted in, you can always send them another email saying, guys, you were interested in this topic that I was talking about, and I'm doing a webinar. It doesn't have to be live. This is where the power is as well. It could be an automated webinar. Okay. Now listen to how powerful this is. So you've got this funnel that's going to go around and around in circles, because you've got a video that's ranked on YouTube. People are going to find it on Google because it's a specific keyword. Then they're going to share it on, then when they opt in, you're going to ask them to share it on social media. So every time you're getting these opt-ins, people are still sharing the video. So it's like a cycle, because people opt in, they're getting value, they're going to watch a webinar as well, which is an automated webinar, so you don't have to be live. So people are going to be continuing to opt in. They're going to share it on social media, so more people are going to opt in. Okay, so it never stops, and it's automatic. It's just like, because, and then they go watch the webinar, which is recorded, which is a sales webinar that sells them on Carapace, for instance. Okay, so it's a whole funnel made, and you make that for a specific keyword, and then you leave it. You forget about it because it just works by itself. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to make my funnel this weekend. I'm going to test it. I'm going to set it live, and then you guys can do the same. Okay, that's my bit of law of attraction. I'll give somebody else a chance. Angelo, all yours.
Hi guys. Talking about funnels, I have my own funnel action going on too. Yeah, I found a document online. It's called a blog blueprint something by Yaro Starak. So if you don't, you can go download it. It teaches you how to make money from your blog. So I realized that, like, when you I have a business already, it's carrot bars, but if you like try to imagine a plate and carrot bars only your rice or something, like you need something else on the side, right? you need something else to eat. So I decided to make carrot bars like it's like a part of the bigger picture of the business. So it's and what you said about video marketing, I'm gonna definitely do that, because once you master it, I'm gonna do it too. So go ahead, go ahead and master that, and I will share some stuff I learned too about the blog. So it's gonna be just awesome. And you guys that are watching, you can implement it too. So it's all good stuff.
Thanks, Angelo. Thank you. Jacob, come share some wisdom with us.
Hello. Well, only thing I will say is the basics, because sometimes people just, I know you, Angelo, you, David, you quite long in network marketing. You do some basic stuff as well, and then you branch out. You do blogging, you do a YouTube video, and all that. And that's why we're doing this mastermind group of the law of attraction, because the basics and the fundamentals, when you set up your fundamentals and they are strong, then you can do other blogs, you can do blogs and the videos, you can do other stuff. But if your fundamentals are not where they should be, or they are built on sand, on the water, you will go nowhere. You will just have too much to do, and you will lose everything. Especially you will lose your focus, and that's the main reason. Then now what I'm doing is the fundamentals, and funny enough, I was looking for the Kevin Trudeau more his stuff, because I do like what he's saying. I think this quite resonate with me, and not everyone will like that, but that's fine. Not everyone have to or should. If this is a Kevin Trudeau, if his sound of his voice is right for you, keep listening to it. If the message is right for you, keep listening to it. And that's the main reason I'm doing this. And I found all the level 1, all the audios, and I found the guy who got every single one of them, even from level 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is very interesting. And he will give it for free, which law of attraction works again, because I was studying that and I want to know more about the basics before I go, with the law of attraction. Before I go step further, I want to make sure that I know the basics. I know the basics and basics and basics. And my, for example, my list of books which I want to read is just going through the roof. It's just going through the roof. There's more and more books and more people I want to know about, and this is incredible. This stuff will never end. And the beauty of it is, because someone said, "Oh yeah, I'm listening to audios like 3 hours a day minimum. If I can listen at work, when I'm on travel or something like that, I listen. I always listen." Someone said, "Oh, come on, I like the music." Well, if you listen to music, you will not really get the value from it, except maybe this will just bring your mood up. But if you listen just for music, just for listening music, it's not good. You need to feed your mind as well. You eat every day, 3 or 4 times a day. If you're good, if you want to be healthy, that's what you do. You eat 3, 4 times a day, different stuff, vegetables or bit of meat, stuff like this. You don't use microwave and all that if you want to be healthy. And the same you have to do with your brain. You need to feed it with the good stuff. And watching the TV for 5 hours a day with some stupid MTV. I like MTV. Well, different. Sorry, I don't like MTV at the moment, because at the moment MTV have these stupid movies or short sitcoms, which has nothing to do with the music. Television, not sitcom television. I don't know what's going wrong with them, but that's what it is. And when you watch that or watch news on everything like that, you feed your mind probably more with negativity than positive stuff, because there's nothing in the news which is positive. Even when they talk about the weather, they will tell you that it's 20% of chance of rain, instead of saying it's 80% chance of sun, which is more positive on the way, if you don't like rain, isn't it? That's why you need to feed your mind with reading, with audios, with going out, walk, watch the world around you, sun, get the vitamin D from the sun. Don't worry, you will not be radiated from the sun. This will never happen on the earth, because nature is much better than we are in anything. Then you will not be poisoned by sun. Just go out. Even if there is no sunny day, still go out, because the radiation from sun goes through the clouds and go through you, through your clothes, and that's where you will feel much better. Okay, don't sit at home. If you sit at home, you will become insane in a matter of few years probably. And bear in mind, every rich person is going out there, is going outside. They travel, they go there, they have holidays, they go to the places, they go outside They don't sit at home 24/7. Don't do that. And feed your brain with the basics, with the good stuff. Read. I say I'm reading every day. It doesn't need to be much, you know. I have a time, and I have sort of. Hello, Mike. Come back.
I'm on my mobile.
Ah, okay. All right. And you know, when you feed your mind with the basic, it doesn't need to be, you know, 5 hours or you know, 3 hours or an hour. If you read 1 page a day, you are better off than that person that watch 5 hours of MTV a day. You know, far away from the guy. Then just do something. Do basics. Do the basics, and everything when you touch is. I'm carpenter, and when for the first year in my school we learn how to use hand tools in today's, you know, economy, how to use hand tools for a year, whole year. We cut the wood with the saw, we plane the wood with the planes and all that. We use the hand tool to be good. Malcolm, we have. Can you mute yourself? Or I will mute you. Just a
Got it
second.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And you know, that was the basics. And when we learn the basics, that you don't have to, you know, think about how to, you know, make the surface flat of the plank. You can go and do other stuff on the machines and all that. But before that, you need to get the basics right. And that's with everything. You know, Angelo, you like physics, and if you don't get the basics on the basics of mathematics, you will never go anywhere with the physics. You cannot jump to quantum physics without the basics. And that's with everything. And the same with law of attraction, network marketing. Get the basics. Don't start to, you know, learn how to sponsor 100 people a month. You will never do that. You know, you will never do that because you don't have a basics. And that's why this mastermind is, guys, for you to. Maybe we don't teach you the basics, but we tell you how to find it, and that we tell you that we do. We can always contact us after this, send us emails, send us message on Skype and all that, and or find us. You've got our names, and because we're not hiding, we're using our names, or at least I do. Guys, I think you do too. I know David, you do, Angelo and Malcolm. You use your names everywhere. You don't use some crazy, you know, fiction name that no one can find you. I have my name, Jakub Józefowski, is everywhere, and you can find me. And ask the questions, and we can direct you to the right stuff. If you want the basics for the law of attraction, come to me. You want something now from David about the YouTube videos, go to him. Angelo, you've got the go to Angelo, and that's why we are here. We're here to direct you to the path we're doing. You don't have to do it what we do, but you may choose to, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the internet. That's the beauty of the mastermind. We're here all together, putting our 4 minds at the moment to one big, huge, you know, super mind, and we have a fun, do we? All right, David.
Yes, of course. You touched on some very good points there, Jacob. Fundamentals, very, very important. I mean, that's why since I've been doing this contract work at the moment, every single morning I'm listening to Coral Thomas, and she's talking about As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, and I'm listening to that every single morning because I cycle to the station in the morning, and then I walk It's about a 20-minute walk to where I work, so that gives me another 20 minutes to learn and listen. And there was one line in the audio of the As a Man Thinkers is you can't something like you cannot stop moving forward if you keep listening. If you keep listening to this material, you will not stand still. Okay, it's not possible. If you keep listening to this material, you will not stand still. So it's all about repetition. Okay, I'm listening to one book and one audio program, and I've been listening to it for almost 2 weeks, and I listen to it every single day. And it's not really good to change too much. If you're reading Think and Grow Rich, for instance, read it for a month. Just keep repetition and keep reading it and getting really into the book, because it's like the unconscious. That's where you really want to get this information, is in the unconscious mind, because that's where everything starts. What you got, your smell, your taste, your sight, your hearing, and your feeling. All those 5 senses. If you're watching TV, as Jacob said, if you're watching TV 4 hours or 5 hours a night, just imagine all that stuff that's going into your eyes, your ears, your feeling, all that negative subconscious programming. I mean, it's not going to serve you. But if you're reading something that's positive, that's empowering, that is going to help you with the subconscious mind, because we all need to be reprogrammed, because we've been programmed from a young age, and unfortunately, your actions, okay, during the day comes from your beliefs, okay. So if you're not happy with where you are at the moment, or happy with what you're doing at the moment, that is because of your beliefs. And the only way you're going to change your beliefs is by repetition. Okay? So, there's a few good books that I can recommend. Is Think and Grow Rich is one. As a Man Thinkers by James Allen is another. And then there's also Jerry and Esther Hicks, The Law of Attraction. That's another good book as well. And study it. Study the book for a month. Read it every day, and until it's really, really part of you. And that's when you start getting the power of the law of attraction, and start believing that things are possible. So I hope there we go. There was some good stuff there, guys. I hope you like that. Malcolm, I'm going to call Malcolm on. Malcolm, give us some of your words of wisdom.
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, it's about I'm so good at this, as you know. I come in and out like a ferret, but I do catch the main parts, and it's so good to hear from Angelo, yourself, and Jacob. Like the other guys, I'm reading one thing at the moment. I'm listening to one thing. I mentioned it last time. Your wish is your command. And the thing I've latched onto this week are 2 things, really. First of all, when we had Tammy on last week, she said the thing that they say in The Secret: ask, believe, receive. You ask for what you want, you have a burning desire, and you believe you're going to get it, and you receive it. A lot of people who don't receive, because they don't believe it's going to happen to them, and we've mentioned this before, you have to believe, you have to see yourself, you have to have the emotion. Like you said, if you want a car, you actually think about it, you can smell it, you can change gear, you just see the color, you see the leather upholstery, everything is just good. So ask for what you want, believe you're going to get it, and it actually happens. And the other part was from Your Wish is Your Command, the 4 basics. Jacob mentioned about going back to basics. And in that, it says, first of all, who do you talk to? Now, this is similar to what David said about what programs do you watch, what do you do? Who you talk to affects you just the same as who surrounds you. I've mentioned before that the 5 people who are closest to you affect the way you behave. So you need to make sure those people are A1 people, people who are going to push you, who are going to support you, who are going to help you. So who you talk to is really important. Secondly is the index they talk about, teachability and training. First of all, you've got to be teachable. And David and I have heard that for years. You've got to be teachable. And the fact we're on here doing this means we're teachable. And you've got to have a 10 for that. And the other thing is training. Are you willing to be trained? Are you willing to give up things? Are you willing to look at things a different way? Because that's really important. It says that when you say, I've got it, that's when you start to lose it. What you should say is, I understand it so far, and I believe there's a lot more I've still got to learn. And that way you're still teachable, you're still trainable. If you say you've got it, you stop being trainable. And that's an important thing. The next thing is you've got to be willing to change. They say, it's no use saying, okay, I'm going to change my socks, I'm going to change my hairstyle, or whatever. You've got to say, if you go play golf twice a week, are you willing to give that up to actually be trained and to improve yourself? If you watch a favorite program, are you willing to stop watching that program? So it's something that actually makes an impact on you. And we go back to what we said before about the fact that you've got to have the belief. So you've got to show your body and your mind that you're serious about this. And the last part is, David mentioned about it, it's going from unconscious incompetence, when you don't know what you don't know, to unconscious competence, when you don't know what you're doing, but you're doing the right things because you just do them naturally. It's like learning to ride a bike, isn't it? When you first start, you have someone holding you, you have stabilizers, you're waddling all over the place. And then suddenly, one day, the stabilizers are off, your dad or your mum just lets go of you, and you're flying. And that's when you're at this stage of unconscious competence. And that's when it's just ingrained in your mind. You don't have to think about it, you just do it all the time. So my little bits tonight are ask, receive, believe, and then who do you talk to? Are you teachable? Are you being trained all the time? Are you spending time on personal development? Are you willing to change? And finally, moving from those 4 things, unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence. And you'll be amazed at the difference. I'm not sure where I am. I know I'm unconscious sometimes. Most of the time I'm incompetent, but occasionally I feel competent. So I'm getting there. Okay, David?
All right. David, can I just, because Malcolm, you said who do you talk to is who do you listen to? In Your Wish is Your Command, he's taking who do you listen to, because if you listen to people that are doing something wrong, you will do wrong, and then that's the I think you just mix it up. But you will love this, Malcolm, because I have the other parts from Your Wish is Your Command. I have more. I think there's like 15 more audios from that. Other parts. Then I will share that in our Dropbox. You are in the Dropbox. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I've got those actually. I think you've already shared them. So I've got them on number 8, and I've got about 7 to go.
Yeah, that is. I have even more than that because I founded all of them, and I have, because those are the video, and that's not good for if you listen on on a phone. I have now on all the audio. Then I will put them too, and I'm listening to them. They're really lovely.
Okay.
Really good. Yeah, well, that's yeah. What you said is just we're talking about the fundamentals. I think this is the most important because you touch on this at the unconscious competence and all that. If you don't get this right, you will lose. You will just lose. And I think Kevin Trudeau in his "Your Wish is Your Command," he is saying this really, really nicely, laying down. It's like, I think it's a 12 hours, all the audios is 12 audios to listen to, 13, but there will be like 12 hours, I think, altogether. And you don't have to listen that in one day. You can listen 15 minutes every day, and you will do much more than you done before. And that's where you get this, the basics laid. And the one thing is what every successful person says, that no matter, they don't go to work, they don't do the job, they just do what they love. If you catch up yourself that law of attraction is something that you want to know more about it, and you will love it, you will find the time to do it. We all spend a few minutes in the toilet every day. Have a book there and just read the book. Don't read the stupid newspaper. Read the book. Everywhere you go, you sit for the 10 minutes, in the train, bus, you go to a restaurant, you're waiting for the waiter to come with us. Just read book, 5 minutes. That's it. You're better off than person on the couch in the home eating ice cream and watching TV. Waste that 5 minutes a day. Even that, you're much, much better off. And if teachability index, what Malcolm said, if you're willing to give up things that you do every day, like you're watching like 3 hours a day TV, cut this half. You have 1.5 hours to listen to audios or reading the books. It's much, much more than you done yesterday. And keep doing that, and then you will love it, and you will not watch the TV, or you will not go to sleep. You will read the book, or you will listen to audio. Simple as that, because you will not need to sleep that much. Because then you will get better food. When you have a food, you see, when you get the better food, you should feel energized, not going to sleep. But when you get the food which is frozen food and you put into microwave, you eat that, you just want to fall asleep, because there is no energy there. You get few fruits, nice vegetables, nice piece of meat. You don't even need that much food, and you will feel energized, and you will just want to go and do the stuff. Read the books, listen to, and be alive, be happy, because that's what I said in the beginning. We make you happy, and that's what you need. You need to be happy, and we all happy here. Maybe we don't jump yet, but we should. But if we start jumping, the video just goes crazy.
Jacob, just really agree with you. Just to show willingness to change, I'm a Liverpool supporter. They're playing in the European Cup tonight on television, and here's me on this conference call.
Malcolm, congratulations. Teachability index 100 on your side. Congratulations. This is what that's what it should be. That's what it should be. We should do stuff that give up the stuff that we like to do something else. The Chinese proverb is that insanity is when you do the things the same all time and expect different results. You will never get the different results for doing the same stuff. And what Kevin Trudeau says, if you want to change things, that's not the Kevin. He says that as someone else said. I don't know who said that, but if you want to change things in your life, you have to change things in your life. If you want to, I want to earn extra £1,000 or $1,000 a month. Okay, fine, that's good. Now, what you want to change. No, I don't want to change anything. I want to go to the same work. I want to wake up the same time. I want to watch with how the heck you will earn that money? If you're not willing to change anything in your life, you will never get that money. You know, if you say, okay, I can, yeah, I'm fine. I can be promoted in your work, because there is nothing wrong with work and have a job. Nothing wrong with that. And said, yeah, I can do that, or I can change the job, and you will get the more money. Simple as that. You know, you have to change stuff in your life if you want things to be changed. It is impossible to do the same and have a different result. You can't do that. If you cook chicken soup with the chicken, you will have chicken soup, not roast duck. Everyone knows that, isn't it? Everyone knows that. And if you want to different stuff in your life, the same. You just need to do different stuff. Put different ingredients, you will have different stuff.
Yeah, I tell you, I was so excited about this.
Yeah, Kevin.
This hangout.
David, sorry. Kevin.
Yeah, I was so excited about because we've been doing these hangouts now for, I think this is our sixth hangout now on the law of attraction, and I'm loving it. I really am loving it, because it's really reinforcing my beliefs as well. And I think another important thing that is for our viewers is purpose. You know, it's quite important to find what you're good at, what you love doing, what drives you, what gets you up in the morning. Because if you don't have a purpose or something, then you can lack drive. And even with Coral Thomas, she even says that if you need to find your purpose, you know, and she gives some tips about how to do that. And I mean, for instance, if you're watching this hangout and you say, well, I don't know what my purpose is, well, you can actually demand. You could say, I want to know what my purpose is now. Demand what your purpose is going to be. Tell me what my purpose is. Demand it, and by the law of attraction, it will come. Okay, so that's one thing on how you can actually find what your purpose is. And another thing is, what do you like doing? What do you enjoy doing? What are your strengths? That can also help you guide you to find out what your purpose is. Because when you've got a big purpose in your life and you know what you want to do, then that will give you the energy, and you don't mind working an extra hour, going to bed an extra hour late, or getting up in the morning an extra hour early. Either reading your books where you need to read your book, or listen to some audio, but you'll do whatever it takes to attain your purpose on what you want. Thank you.
Well, that's Angelo. I have a question for you, because you're studying more Proctor, and did you read any new book, listen to any new audio, any good stuff on that subject, on the law of attraction from him?
Yes, I was listening to Bob Proctor, and what I exactly was listening to was You Were Born Rich. You can find it on YouTube. It's 3 DVDs. You can find it. And recently, I still watch it, as he said to do, like 15 minutes a day, and I pick certain parts that I find I need at a moment, so I know exactly where it is. So I watch this a lot of times, so I go directly to where I feel I need. And recently I started listening to The Science of Getting Rich. You guys know about that? Okay, that audio was the last drop or the last straw on the camel's back, because that made, like, I think, everything clearer, because there is always something that you don't know about. So it's getting clearer, but it's always something where it's so big that we're never gonna know it. So it's like too big to know everything, and you're always gonna grow and know something more. And this audio book, Science of Getting Rich, just basically says like, and it supports my belief that I think society and has a lot of messages wrong. Like it's in the reverse. Like he says, the author of the book is Wallace Waddles. He says people don't get rich by doing things, but they get rich by doing things in a certain way. And it's so quite, it's a different way of saying it, but it makes complete sense. Because you can have two people in a business or at school, and one is, let's take an example from student at school. They're in the same classroom, same teacher, same stuff, and still they get different points, results. So one is doing something in a different way, and it's exactly with everything that we do. If you're a car salesman and you're in a group of 10 people and you're the worst, you must be doing something wrong that somebody else is not doing, because you're selling the same cars, the same price, the same people. You're doing something wrong. So what I want to tell you guys is, you might think that you failed once, you failed twice, and trust me, I failed a lot of times, and I just realized that you need to do stuff in a certain way, and it seems easy, but the certain way is a way of thinking, and is a process. It's like a map of following something, and if you don't know how to do it, you're basically just going in a circle. So it's important to stick to the basic, like who do you listen to, teachability index, and it's just stick to the basic and listen to somebody that has already done what you're trying to do. Just listen to somebody that has already done what you're trying to do. That's the basic. Who do you listen to? Who do you talk to? It's just the basics. And what I want to say is, there's the internet is so big and there's so much information. You can just like me. When I wake up in the morning and I go in the internet and I open a tab, in less than 5 minutes I have like 15 tabs open. You can't focus on one thing. You just keep clicking, reading this, open that, and in a matter of seconds you have like a dozen tabs open. You just can't focus on one thing. So what I wanted to tell you guys is, pick one book or one audio and keep grinding it out till it becomes a part of you, till you can like know everything, how it works, and just keep learning one thing. And what I learned about the book, The Science of Getting Rich, is he says like, if you have a goal and you wanna, because the same things that the want that we have to like want a new car or a new job or a new relationship, a new house, or we want something, that same power, that same want is the same power that makes a tree grow. It's the same desire for a seed to grow into a plant. It's the same power that we use, but nature uses it, knows how to use it in correct way. But we sometimes we don't know how to use it, and we have to learn how to use it. And as soon as we learn how to use it, like deliberately, like because you know how to do it, you can do anything you want. And that's why some people are super successful and some people are just super not. And it's just your way of thinking and your way of doing. That's it. And it sounds simple, people, but it is not, because we are, it is ingrained in our system, and you have to like take it off and put another thing in it, and it's not simple.
Yeah. Well, you, Angelo, you touch on really good stuff here, because when you said that people, the law of attraction is out there, and if you know about it or you don't know, or use or not use, is there, is working. And that's the thing, is working there. And then it's like law of gravity. Gravity is working. If you want or not, it's working. If you know about it or know nothing about the gravity, it still works. It's not against you. It's not working for you. Not working against. It's just there. And it's the same with the law of attraction. Law of attraction is there. And now, what Angelo said, if you use it, you use for your own advantage. It's not that the law of attraction works for you. You work with law of attraction, and you know how it works. You learn that, and you use it to your own advantage. And this is very powerful, because two news with that. One is good news. One is bad news. Bad news is you use that whole your life. It doesn't matter if you 5 years old, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 years, 60, 70 years old. You know nothing about the law of attraction. You use that. You know, wherever you are in this point in your life, that is because of the law of attraction. That's because you use it, but you didn't know it about that. Now, if you know, you can apply it in the way that you want your life go. The good news is, will not take you another 30 years. Law of attraction works straight away in the way you want. Sometimes take a year before your beliefs get better. Sometimes take 6 months, 1 day. In some cases, takes 1 day. You know, in the medicine, there's people have a tumor. They go, they do the scan, and doctor said, listen, you've got a tumor. That's it. You're done. Operation next week. He said, no. I'm going to this natural healer, you know, mystic healer. I'm going to that. No. We have to go. No, I'm going there. And he goes there, and the guy shifts his belief, and the guy believes that he can be cured. Nothing. Next day he goes for the scan. That's it. Tumor gone. There is thousands of situations like that documented, that this happened because they have a scan before and scan after, but they don't know how this is done. And this is really good. It's really good news for you. Whatever happened in your life, you can change now, but you need to put some legwork on this, okay? Because the belief, this is the most important, the belief, because sometimes your belief or your dreams, you need to get smaller, not bigger. Because you say, oh yeah, I want 10 million. So, oh, do you believe you will get that? Not really, but I want 10 million. Well, if you don't believe it, don't start there. Start from, I don't know, 1,000 a month more, or maybe 100 pounds a month more, or euros or dollars, 100 a month more. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can. Okay, start from that, because when your belief increase, your dream will increase too. Have that bigger picture, because I have here on the wall. Oh, maybe I show this time. No, okay, I will not show this time. But I have on the wall here pictures of the stuff which probably costs around $150 million. I don't have that money now, but this is not the belief. My belief now, I want from my business, bring me 1,000 a month. And when I get there, I get another 1,000 a month, 2, 3, 4. I get there, I will be there. But my belief, if you don't change your beliefs, that's it, you screwed. Sorry, but you screwed. You will be where you are. Change your belief, and you will go where you want to go. I think that's it. I think that will. David, Malcolm, Angelo, do you have anything else? I'm bossing around, huh? David,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I want to say
Go for it.
I want to say something, because if you're watching now, take out your pen, like take your pen, notepad, and write this down, because Jacob, he gave us like a 30-day activity from Abraham Hicks, right? And I think one of them was to practice gratitude, and I did that, practice it, like train one thing, focus on one thing, and I did that, and it's been like about 3 weeks that every morning when I get up, I take about 10 minutes and think about things that I'm grateful for what happened, and what is about to happen, and what I want to happen. And they just say have gratitude, but they don't tell you what is the mechanism behind it, like why should you have gratitude. And after after listening to the audiobook from The Science of Getting Rich, I, I as soon as I heard this, what I understood about the law of gratitude, it clicked, because it brought me to a different understanding of gratitude. And it's this: gratitude keeps you connected with the power, right? But faith is born out of gratitude. The reaction of gratitude to your own mind produces faith. So the more gratitude you you express, the more faith you get. And um, faith is born out of expectation, and more faith you have, the more you expect good things to happen to you. So what I realize is, every day when I'm outside, people want to talk to me. It's like I'm famous. It's like everybody's smiling, everybody want to talk to me. It's like, okay, you want to have a piece of me today, you want to conversate, everybody want to shake my hands, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. It never happened to me like that before. Like, everybody want to talk to me. Everybody want to give me something. Want to give me it's like whoa, easy guys. And everything something like that happens, I immediately say thank you. And when I go to sleep, I say thank you again. And it just more and more stuff keeps coming. So you guys, for me, that was a big part of gratitude, and I tell everybody about it, about law of gratitude, so they practice it. Because sometimes when I ask somebody, what are my friends, and I ask them, what are you grateful for, and they think a lot, and they can say one thing, and I can think about things they should be grateful for, and I can't understand it. I can't understand it. They say, oh yeah, that, but it should be a long list. It should be a long list. And the first one is be grateful that you're awake and that you could breathe and that you could talk and try something again. And it's just have faith and have hope, and it will happen, guys. That's what I wanted to say.
Wow. Thank you, Angelo. That was awesome. That was really good. Wow. Gratitude. Yeah, it's very powerful. I mean, we had Tammy Morrison. We had a guest speaker on last week, and I asked her. I said, "What was your most important value? What one bit of advice you could give us?" And she said exactly that, Angelo. She said what she's grateful for. So, hey, it's important, Well, guys, we've almost been going for 1 hour. I think we're gonna call it a wrap. I don't know if anybody wants to come and say one golden nugget, because Angelo said his golden nugget: gratitude. You know, and I'll echo that. You know, gratitude is very powerful. Yeah. So, Jacob, have you got a golden nugget for our audience?
Well, my golden nugget will be what I was talking today is basics. Guys, get your basics straight. Okay, build your foundations strong. Don't think about, oh, I need a roof. Don't. Build your foundations. Roof will come on its own. Okay, that's me.
Go for it, Malcolm. Give your last golden nugget.
I can't improve on gratitude. I think gratitude is the most important thing in the world. I do that exactly what Angelo does, what you all do. I'm just so grateful, so blessed, so thankful. Every time I look around, we forget how lucky we are. And I think that's just the most important thing in the world. And then, like I said before, ask and believe, and then you'll even have more things to be grateful for. Thank you.
Well, guys, I have gratitude for all of you being on the mastermind, and yeah, you all mean a lot to me as well. So I'm going to end the call tonight, guys. Please, if you want to leave any comments, leave some comments below the video. It's been a great hangout and a great mastermind. Yes,
David. One thing. What is your goal nugget?
My golden nugget.
Gratitude
Well, it was the same. It was the same as Angelo. Yeah.
For today.
It's gratitude.
Same.
Yeah. Gratitude. Yeah.
Gratitude.
I
Okay.
think that is the vibration.
I just thought that I just thought that I would ask you because you asked us.
Love,
bossing around.
gratitude and abundance to all of you. Love, gratitude, and abundance to all of you and everybody.
See you guys. Take care.
Good night.